our coverage of the news, we frequently present on our Channel 49 programs film coverage of accidents. Very seldom do we talk to accident victims. Of course, it's not practical at the scene, and then we don't usually follow up unless there has been some serious injury. We thought in the interest of safety this holiday we would talk to a former accident victim and his mother, Mrs. Joyce Edwards of Muncie, and her son Derek. Mrs. Edwards, Derek is 6.
Yes, he's 6. He was 4 at the time of the accident.
Tell us about it.
Well, I was in the kitchen. It was right after supper in May of '67, and I heard the screech of brakes, and I thought it was one of the dogs of the neighborhood, getting under the wheels of a car, and someone came running and said, "Your son Derek's being hit," and it was the most horrible moment of my life.
I can imagine. How seriously injured was he?
He was given a 10% chance to live if we could get him to Methodist at Indianapolis so the neurosurgeon could operate.
Derek, I think I remember something about you in the news. How did you feel? Do you remember the accident?
Not very well.
Do you remember being in the hospital?
Uh-huh.
What's it like being in the hospital?
Fine.
You didn't, how long were you there? Quite a while?
Uh-huh.
How did he take the hospital, Mrs. Edwards?
Well, once he was out of the intensive care unit, he came along just fine. He thoroughly enjoyed the nurses and the attention.
But he has no recollection of the accident
No
itself?
real recollection, no.
Was this a case where the boy darted out into the street?
That's correct. He ran out from behind my car, which was parked in front of the house, and the driver, unfortunately, was unable to avoid him, of course.
It's a very tragic thing to happen to any family, and the reason we're talking to us, and you're allowing us to talk to you, is in the interest of safety,
Yes,
of course.
It is, certainly.
And what words would you have to say for the people?
I really don't know, except watch them as carefully as you can, and every minute, be sure where they are every minute at this age.
We wouldn't want anyone to go through what you had to go through.
No, not at all.
Thank you, Mrs. Edwards.
You're welcome.
Dave Smith is the Executive Director of the Delaware County Safety Council. Dave, we've had a very interesting interview with Mrs. Edwards and Derek. Would you say just a few words about the holiday coming up and the safety problem?
Jim, I'd be very happy to. In the interest of the overall safety picture in the community, we could only ask that the people of Muncie and the entire viewing area of Channel 49 assume their responsibility, do what they know they should in the overall safety picture. It's time we assumed our responsibility. That's all I can say.